Hi guys, and welcome back to Digital Academy. It's Godwin here, and today in this video I'll be taking you guys on all the possible issues you are having with the NIN and the possible solutions. What I mean by NIN issues, in this video I'm going to explain almost the 99% of issues that you might be having with NIN. And now you can get them solved even without breaking the bank. So stay tuned while I take you on the video. The National Identification Management Commission is one commission under the Ministry of Interiors that have seen a huge development and improvement under the President Muhammadu Buhari-led government. And as at May 2023, the Commission have already had about 1 million plus enrollment. So, you see, it's not only time to celebrate the huge success, but it's also time for development to look at the database and to do certain work so as to make it efficient for daily use for the increasing population of Nigerians to keep on being enrolled. So if you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video, because in the coming days I'm going to drop even more engaging content that you wouldn't want to miss. Make sure you stay to the end of this video, because 99% of your issues, whether you are an enterprise, an agent, or a user, is going to be discussed in this video. Okay, so let's head straight to the point. So what are the things we are going to be talking in this video? We are going to be talking about IPE, in processing error. We are going to talk about validation. We are also going to talk about modification. We are going to talk about suspended NIN and other various issues as pertaining to NIN. Over the weeks and the months, I have received several calls for me to put up a video tutorial like this, and it has been my promise to always keep you guys updated on all the happenings as pertaining to National Identification Management Commission, NIN. So make sure you stay tuned, and while you get a cold drink, you stay till the end of this video, because you are going to learn a lot of things that is going to also improve your business, both in communication and customer management, without breaking the rules. So let's head straight to the point. Now, we are going to talk of IPE, that is in-processing error, the possible causes, and the possible solutions. Now, IPE is simply in-processing error, normally caused by duplicate enrollment records, network glitches, and then finally modification issues. Okay, so we are going to take them one after the other. Now let's talk on duplicate enrollment. Just like the BVN, the NIN cannot be enrolled twice. So any attempt to make a double enrollment is going to return and IPE, which indicates that the enroller's record or the person's details have already been captured in the system. The next one is IPE. Due to network glitches. Um, as we've already learned from engineering terms that no system is 100% efficient, so as NIMC database and systems. Sometimes you might encounter IPE as a result of network glitches. So it's one of the possible causes. Then the last one is modification issues. Improper modification also leads to IPE, which means that the modification was not properly done or was not done by an authorized agent. Okay, so let's now look at how to get these issues resolved. Before getting these issues resolved, you must first of all look at the cause before you now know the particular solution to give to it. If the issue was caused by duplicate enrollment, you simply have to submit the new tracking ID to the MVS or the NIMC database to query the database. Now, within 24 hours or less or more, the particular NIN which was associated with the person's details is going to come up. If the IPE was due to network glitches, you have to re-enroll the person when the network is more friendly and sound. Then lastly, if the IPE was as a result of modification issues, you have to take the modification to an authorized agent to now do it, and the IPE will be cleared. Okay, so I hope I've been able to digest on IPE. So now let's proceed to validation. So now, validation is the process of checking and proving the integrity and validity of a particular NIN number. It might be for SIM registration, for bank use, for immigration purposes, for police clearance, for CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission website, or for registration, for JAM registration, and for the rest of the commissions which may require NIN service in Nigeria. So, as I've said before, that there is no system that is 100% efficient. And in worst cases, we might encounter validation issues with NIN, as over 100 millions have already been identified by the database, and we keep on daily basis have an increasing number. And this may bring a good challenge, or a big number of challenges to the portal. In such cases, those that have been already identified and validated, in the course of trying to get new people enrolled into the portal, might get invalidated. Yes, that's one of the issues. So, also in the process of trying to validate the old ones, The previously captured NIN might also not be validated. So you see, the system is a kind of complex system in which if you are not into it, you might not fully understand. So in the course of time, while using the system, you appreciate it more. So that is one of the reasons why I put on this video to clear our doubts and to clear our mind and put things alright. Now, this validation issue is not caused by the agent or neither by the agency. It's network glitches, as I've said before. It's server issues anyway, so you don't blame anybody. It's the server. So what you need to do is to resubmit the NIN for validation. Is a kind of telling the system or the particular commission in which you are going to use the NIN for that this NIN is real, is valid. Is a kind of manual process which is done by an accredited agent. So you have to manually submit the NIN, and within 24 hours or less, your NIN will now go through. It will be validated and you can use it for whatever purpose you want to use it for. But then we have some NIN that cannot be validated unless modification is done. So it's imperative, it's so imperative you learn about those things to avoid mistakes. Now, one of the NIN that cannot just be validated, cannot just be corrected by validation is bypass NIN. Now, the bypass NIN is the NIN captured without following the proper capturing process as laid down by the National Identification Management Commission. It might be not taking the fingerprint or not taking a complete biometric data. Such NIN might end up being classified as a bypass NIN, and no amount of validation which is done on it that is going to make it work. So in such case, you enroll the customer again, and in this time, you have to capture all the details for it to be valid on the portal, and then wait for the response. We also have other types of NIN which might not be corrected by mere validation. One of it is suspended NIN. Suspended NIN are the NIN that shows asterisk. It cannot be used at the bank. It can't be used for anything except the suspension is removed and corrected. So no amount of validation can clear suspension on a particular NIN. So you as an agency, you need to have such knowledge and be guided and communicate cautiously with your customers. So whenever you have such NIN, uh, what is needed to be done is to pre-modify the NIN and clear it. And this time the suspension is going to be removed. And that is only done by an accredited and certified agent. You know, the commission might suspend any NIN with reasons best known to them, maybe for violation of any law or for suspect. So now, Let's look at the next item. We have types of NIN that cannot be validated. We also have the BVN generated NIN. Now, how to identify BVN generated NIN is through the tracking ID. Any tracking ID that starts with BVN0, as you are seeing on the screen, is a BVN generated NIN. You know, when BVN was newly introduced, I think that was almost the same time NIN was also introduced, about 2015, 2016, thereabout. You know, people that went for BVN enrollment, may I say that 40 to 60% as at then did not have the NIN. And if they went to the bank for BVN enrollment, they were automatically enrolled on the NIN database. They were captured automatically. Even 60 to 90% of them do not even have the knowledge that they are enrolled or they have been enrolled on the NIN database. This was so that their BVN registration could be completed. So now, if you fall under the category of people that enrolled BVN about the year 2016, 2017, probably without going with your NIN as at that time, you might have been, enrolled into the database without your knowledge. So the point is, if you are having BVN0 NIN, such NIN cannot be used except modified. And no amount of validation could be done on it to make it work except modification. So, once you have such issue, you have to carry out modification on the NIN before it could work. So now, let's head straight to the next item. The next item we'll be talking about in this video is modification. Now, modification is the act of making adjustments to the date of birth, the name, phone number, address, and any other details to meet certain expectations of the user, such as to correct wrongly typed details. Now, this is one of the most challenges that most individuals encountered in the course of NIN enrollment. Those errors might seem minute, but if not corrected, may cause a lot of problems. Because if just a letter differs from your name, it means that it is not you. And these issues or errors, even though the agent or the customers might not be aware when these errors were, you know, when it happened, it is paramount, and the only way to correct them is modification. So there are also other reasons for NIN modifications, which is to meet up with NYSE requirements. Others are to match with bank details for immigration purposes, and also to match with JAM details. We have a whole lot of um, reasons for modification. But then I want you to know that anytime you want to do modification, you have to do it with accredited agents only for it to work. So in this video, I don't want it to be so long and bulky. If you have any issues which you want to be treated and is not listed or explained in this video, do not hesitate to drop it in the comment section, or you reach out to us for a personalized guide. Also, make sure you like our videos and also subscribe to this channel, because in the coming weeks I'll also drop more engaging content. So thank you for watching. See you next time.